July 8th, 2021, Rotoball patch compound. We're in the bean patch where I have this watermelon going, 341.5 vial. That's gonna be my first attempt at a watermelon. I've allotted it a 6 by probably about 8 or 9 square foot, including the peppers. Of course, I'm gonna let it trace on down into the Vortex beans. But there's my watermelon. Yes, it needs weeded. It will be done as soon as this video is over. Let's walk around to the pumpkin patch. Watermelon excitement is pretty exciting, but we're here for the pumpkins. Start up top here with the 2,350 pound Travis Ginger, also known as the Tiger King. Well, his was the Tiger King. My plant is the Drama Queen, because look at that structure I had to put up. Try to keep some of the sunburn off this bad boy. I've never had a plant just hate the sun as much as this plant. I do have down here at about 16 foot a pumpkin that's not far from going. This is long and slender. It reminds me of the 1551 plant that I grew a 1418 off of. Really excited about this pumpkin. I hope she takes. I hope she's our keeper. I hope she's a 4-lober. A lot of hopes. But she's getting extra special care because she is a drama queen. Keeping vines buried nicely. Doing my mix. A little bit of mycos. And maybe a little bit of kelp sometimes. The 1342 Burchett is starting to do some things. This plant is bulletproof. It grew up in the south and it is a southern plant. Pollinated a pumpkin there about 4 or 5 foot back from the tip today. It's not going to be a keeper. We went ahead and pollinated it, 4-lober. It's only 10 to 12 feet from the stump. Nice big plant though. Good wingspan on it. Got the vines buried yesterday, just before a nasty rainstorm came through. First rain we had in a while. I'll take what we can get. Some of the leaves towards the back are starting to look old. You see some white residue on there. That white residue is not powdery mildew. It is a overzealous mixture of Manzate Pro Stick. I got a little bit heavy with it. Didn't wash it off the day I did it. Should have. I've done that before and washed things off. Things were fine. I got lazy and left it. Shame on me. Didn't hurt the plant. So that's cool. It's nice to see that they can handle more Manzate than what they're labeled for. I dare not even tell you what I mixed the concentration at. It's just shamefully scary. Walking down the patch, 1347.5 Rotoball is a big, nice plant. And it's starting to finally do some things. There is our main. It'll lay down soon. Like I said before, a million times, 150 square foot plant, maybe 250. I'm thinking run it to the corner of the barn, maybe over to the carrot box. That would give it, I'd give it 200 to 250 square foot. The tomatoes are looking awesome. T posted these bad boys out. I had them on the brink of death. I'm terrible at tomatoes. And I'm still not great, but we might get something for the state fair. Oh, the West Virginia State Fair. Grand prize for heaviest tomato is $8. And boy, do I want that $8. But not bad tomatoes. Tickled with them. Oh man, the 126.5, this plant is leaps and bounds ahead of my plant last year. It was gorgeous. What do you mean was, Doc? Well, don't know how, but the main got a crack in it and I had to remove the main today. Oh boy, that hurts. That hurts. The plant was a good 13 to 14 foot long, which is just massive. No hoops, no heaters. This plant was just out in the open. And for a squash, that's pretty impressive. Lost the main, that stinks. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a strong secondary, whoever's strong, and that's gonna be my new main. And I'll clip off the secondaries beyond that new main. So far it's probably this guy. So I mean, I've reset the plant 2 weeks at least, which is fine. Like I said before, this plant is going to get 400 square foot tops. This whole area next to the carrot box is probably 250, and I might let it trace over there into the 150 square foot patch Rotoball plant. We finally got some rain. My goodness, guys. Rain barrel over there picked up about 400 gallons last night. Hooray! I'm collecting off a good bit of the house. Still not very much rain. Soil looks nice. It looks good and moist and wet, which tickles me. Overall, very pleased with the plants. I feel like I'm on track. Even though the drama queen's throwing some curveballs, you know, it's just not made for the sun. It's like a fair-skinned, freckled person. I like that pumpkin. I've seen what that style pumpkin can do. That's the reason I'm growing this plant. I agree with Travis when he says it's a long fruit that has the potential to really rock the scale. And I felt that way about the 1501 that I grew. If the 1501 wasn't so inconsistent with the fruit that it throws, I would grow it again. I have a couple 1501s, but Travis's fruit mirrored the 1501 that I grew. It's just a heck of a lot bigger. So, and he selfed it. So this was a safe bet, and this bet's paying off. Birchette plant, like I said, I'm gonna do Robert proud. Guys, thanks for following along. Any questions, comments, holler at me. Doc out.